Hi, it's me, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Satan or Alessa Vamp on the interwebs, and tonight I will be playing Yuiza. I use she or any pronouns, and currently she uses she, her. She is a wood elf, a rogue warlock, and she has a boyfriend, and a girlfriend, and a boyfriend, and that's it.
Hi, everybody. Zachary Vaudo here, playing your Damphir Wild Oracle, Arat Kshizhin. Much like me, any pronouns are fine so long as they're not derogatory.
Yeah, I'm Abby. I'm your local indigenous nerd, but tonight I'm your Fisscourth, our Ahuling cleric of Keening. So far, I only have one boyfriend. Just one, I think. Oh no, it's kind of strange at the moment.
Hi, I'm RJ. Today I'm playing Sulong Shen. He has a rock, and he's a druid barbarian.
He has a rock and he's definitely on a roll, everybody. Hey, everyone, I'm Sara Roberts. I will be your dungeon master tonight. The keeper of the keys, the keeper of the doors, the keeper of all of your hearts, coming up right here from Detroit, Michigan. So, last we left off, you all took a rather informative walking tour where someone other than me, for once, got to give you the massive info dump on the city that you're currently in. It was fun and it was delightful. Thank you once again, Jen, for coming in and being Tanner Rambler of City Gander Tours. That was an experience. But you have all parted ways with Tanner. He has gone back into his shop where they intend to relax and rest a bit. You spent about, we'll say, 3 to 4 hours walking the city, and it is now early afternoon. What do you all intend to do with the rest of your day?
No, the dreaded Daystar no longer holds this wretched, horrible hold on me. Now that I have this headgear, I was thinking perhaps, Yuiza, you could show me the city? I've heard of this tradition. It is called Girls' Night. I understand it's not nighttime, but I do believe you can make positions for it.
I would love to have girls' night with you tonight.
Tonight? Oh,
Yes, I don't mean to I want to hang out with you, but I also promised somebody else I would hang out with them, and it's kind of like a date.
Oh, I see. Is this a Tilly's?
Maybe.
I shan't get between you and your beloved, but the girls' night it shall be, and I shall learn of this culture very thoroughly.
Yes, we are going to have girls' night, and we're going to have a great time, and I'm going to show you so many things, and you're going to learn so much because you are a scholar, and so am I, and this is going to be great.
Scholars of the street, as it were. Yes.
Yes, we are of the streets, as they say.
This is just going to wander around. It's in that, that little kid way of when you've got something you just got to tell everybody, and that's just Fiss telling everyone she's going to be learning about the city and what a scholar she is. It doesn't matter who it is, be it warden, member of the party. It can be a little grating.
Okay, are you going off with Arat and Sulong, or are you going off on your own?
Oh, certainly. I mean, if they're there, I'll hang out with them.
All right, Arat and Sulong, what was your plan for the afternoon?
I didn't have a plan for the afternoon. My plan was more for the evening time. I wanted to double back on that bard school now that I know that there's a legend around somebody that I knew once many, many, many years ago. But afternoon is entirely free, so I figured probably just more of wandering the town, maybe actually buy some things for myself for a change. We'll see.
You know, you two should wander the town together, like a little date.
I would hate to abandon Sulong, but
a date can be more than just two people.
No, don't let me intrude. I've got some things to take care of myself.
Does it involve a certain dragonborn, perhaps?
No, I already got her some scale polish. I was gonna grab some wines for my mom, a toy for my little brother, and maybe something like a scarf for Way? I don't know yet.
Oh,
You're
I
so
see.
thoughtful, Sulong.
You are. It's a very admirable trait. Returning things to your colony. Oh.
I actually thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Like every single town we stop in, I get like some sort of artisanal good to send back home.
That is really nice. Actually, I might steal your idea.
You are an admirable
Well.
man, Sulong.
Does candy keep over time? I want to send. Probably not.
If you freeze
And
it.
then my bag of holding, you can freeze them.
Well, yeah, but I'm sending them immediately out, and like the trip up to Zara might not be so great for like chocolates and that sort of thing.
Well,
you know?
if you get a bag of holding and then you put everything in the bag of holding and then you send the bag of holding.
I'm sorry, but the Travel Association has certain rules about bags of holdings and sending them off without people. I just can't. It's weird.
Are you
You're-
implying that things keep for forever in a bag of holding, Yuiza?
No, I'm implying that they keep for a while because it's airtight, kind of.
Everybody roll either history or arcana.
Including me.
Yeah.
I'm such a scholar. My -1 to this skill will certainly not impact me. I say as I roll a 5.
I got a 15.
15.
I too got a 15.
15.
I'm gonna roll. They're the same. So why don't we go history?
Okay.
I
I
got a
rolled history.
6. I got a 6. Yeah, everything just keeps forever. Yeah.
You think your logic is sound, Yuiza. Sulong and Arat, since you two were the only ones to meet the DC, you are well aware that every time a bag of holding is introduced, air is introduced into it along with microbes and whatever else is around. Therefore, there is no way for it to preserve food or items longer than an average container. It just can hold more things, but it doesn't preserve things.
If I have not eaten in who knows how long, this is irrelevant to me, and I will just let this information sit.
Sulong just nods his head.
Okay.
I would advise caution. You don't know what horrors you might be transporting with a bag of holding, especially overseas. Imagine.
You know what I could do? I could get a bunch of bag of holdings for the group. That'd be so great. Like, just one night, open them all up towards everyone sleeping.
Fisscourth
Don't.
stares at you with her sad little empty eyes. Somewhere Sarah McLachlan is playing.
Don't terrorize her.
I'm not terrorizing her. I'm just
Yes,
being
you
a little
are.
bully.
Like
That is the very
terror.
definition of terror. Arat, I think we should spend the afternoon before this educational girls' night. I think Sulong should think long and hard about the terrors of bags of holding and what they
Oh
contain.
no, I'm so hurt. I must go. Goodbye.
Sulong, I will see you later once these two head off into the city.
No, you won't.
Yeah, he got it finally.
I'm going to go buy some stuff to make some really good sandwiches for my date. Bye, guys.
Enjoy. Oh, and Arat, I hope I wasn't imposing. If you wish to explore the Bard's College by yourself, I'm more than happy to stay here and prepare snacks or take a nap even.
No. I imagine, from what I understand, most of the evidence and sightings of a ghost have been at night time anyway, so we have plenty of time before I would even have a chance of seeing if I could find anything.
I see.
So no, you and I have as much time as you need before you and Yuiza head off.
Yuiza did make a rather brilliant suggestion there. What? I understand that, outside of ruling cultures, or at least my culture, there's a courtship beforehand. It's called dating. And I was wondering, perhaps you and I, through this period of decision-making we're having, experiencing experiences, perhaps you and I could go on a date at the bakery, maybe?
Fisscourth, are you asking me out?
Perhaps. Maybe, yes. It's not an obligation, of course, and she's tapping her little claws together. as an
I would love to. Yes.
Well, I will change my robes and prepare myself, and I will have enough money to pay for it, as it is the gentlewomanly thing to do. I'll see you 10 minutes, perhaps?
Certainly, yes. I will, I will shop in the meantime, unless you'd like me to wait for you.
No, by all means, go, shop, prepare. I will groom myself. And she's gonna skedaddle off in a nervous little gay bat kerfuffle.
Okay. Nervous gay bat kerfuffle it is. All right, where are you heading to?
I'm honestly I'm wandering around for any shops. I'm buying minimal things for myself, like a new shirt, because I have like the same one or two that I just continuously clean. And over time, it's like it's about X number of years for a new one. So I'm just buying small things here and there. Though now that was my original plan. Though now that there is a conversation about a date, I'm going to smell for flowers.
Okay. You follow your nose and you follow it just a few blocks away. The perk of being in a big city is that you never need to go more than a few blocks to find what you need. And you come across a small flower stand. It's just a cart sitting on a street corner. There's a dwarven woman, and she's humming a cheerful tune as she sings. You get the sense that she's probably about waist height based on where the sound is coming from.
I'll walk up and I'll just I'll stand near the cart, but off to the side. I'm not about to interrupt the singing, but I'm making a presence now that I guess I am in fact here.
Oh, hi. Can I assist you in anything? Did you want to buy any flowers?
I did. Yes, I was distracted by the singing. Apologies. But yes, I would like to buy some.
All right. Well, we have a Veil of Time special still going on. You get 2 dozen flowers for 5 gold.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. I will need to use your best judgment for which ones, of course.
All right. Well, are you buying them for anyone in particular?
Yes, a companion of mine. She... Well, I couldn't tell you which ones she likes. I haven't really seen them, but again, your best judgment.
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about her?
She is... And Arat gets like sort of stuck in thought as he's like, where do I actually begin on this one? She is rather new to this world, but she is doing her absolute best to learn as much as she possibly can. In every city she goes to, every person she meets, she is incredibly inquisitive and incredibly caring individual.
All right.
She is also about my size and a bat. I don't know if that would... I don't know if you have a way, but just on that note, if you have a way to bind the flowers in a way that, like, there could be hooks, like a rope, that twine that she could hook their claw into. No fingers to speak of.
Well, I'd be happy to fashion them into a flower crown. Would that work?
She just got a hat, but I think that a flower crown with the hat would that look nice? It sounds like it would look nice.
I think it would. She could put it on top of the hat.
We'll go with that then. Thank you. That's very thoughtful.
Let's see here. Let's see. Well, let's start with a sunflower. Those are associated with longevity and wisdom. Let's see. Some orange marigolds. Those are associated with passion and inventiveness, both of which are integral to wisdom. Let's see here. Let's see. I have some nice sage. Not only is it a lovely purple flower, but they could also, chop it up later and put it into a meal. Let's see. Here we go. And let's see, some red, some pink, and I think some white chrysanthemums to round it out. Yes.
It's not aware flowers had so many different meanings to them.
Oh, flowers have their own language, dear.
I imagine it's more of a visual language, but it sounds fascinating.
Visual, scent. Here.
I will admit, I don't believe I've taken the time to truly distinguish flower to flower in my time.
Well, if you ever get the chance, I do recommend stopping by the botanical gardens. And if you're interested in some more nuanced information, the library does have a wonderful section on gardening and everything that is currently housed in our botanical gardens. I believe one of the members of the Scribe Guild is actually a master gardener as well.
That'll be very good to know. Very good to know. And I believe that my companion will also be interested in that. She was very keen on the library when she learned about it.
Wonderful. Well, here you go. I've wrapped them in some nice paper for you. And, yes. We'll go with the polka dot ribbon. That sounds about right.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'll dig out 5 gold from my little cash. Thank you very much for your assistance on this. I wouldn't know the difference. I appreciate the keen eye.
Oh, I guess then we were just fated to meet.
Seems to happen a lot in this city.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. And I'll wander off with it. And again, like I said, I'm gonna buy like just a nicer shirt and like browse, but it's more like I'm just listening for things at this point and touching things.
We'll say that your clothes shopping costs you about 3 gold to pick up some more nicer things. Some things that'll be high quality and hold up really well over time. Not necessarily frilly or fancy.
Sounds good.
As you go walking about town, go ahead and make me a perception check.
18.
You hear a small popping sound coming from one of the shops nearby, and the shopkeeper is frantically trying to pat something out. You hear a frantic, oh no, that wasn't supposed to, oh dear, coming from inside.
I will wander in that direction out of sheer curiosity and just kind of knock on the door with my walking stick.
Hi, yes, hello, how can I help you?
Pardon me, I overheard, well, to be blunt, I overheard a sound of panic. I wanted to make sure everything was all right.
Yes, well, I did accidentally mix, the wrong substances together, and, there is now a small fire over there, and I'm over here.
Could you point me in that direction?
Yes, come closer.
I'll wander to her voice.
It's actually the small sound of a small male voice. As you move closer, a small hand reaches out for you, and you get the feeling that this is a halfling. And you hear the creak of wood beneath their feet. They are standing on the counter nearest you. But they with shaking hands, they point you towards the fire. It's just over there, about 3 paces.
Thank you. Prestidigitation can snuff a small fire, so I would like to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely you can. And as you do, you hear a loud sigh come from this halfling. Oh my goodness, thank you. Fire is just I can't stand it. Oh, scared me.
It can be rather dangerous. Are you a chemist?
Well, I want to be. I'm supposed to be. But normally I try not to light things on fire, but I mixed the wrong things, and then I knocked over my Bunsen burner on accident, and before I knew it, it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it was the size of a cat.
Fire does tend to do that.
Yes.
If you are not a chemist, then where am I at the moment?
Well, technically you're in a laboratory. We're studying mushrooms.
Oh. A scientist, still a scientist, though.
Technically, yes.
I notice a lot of technicality.
Well, yes, the world is built on technicalities, isn't it? But anyways, yes. Thank you for your time. very much appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely. You said you're studying mushrooms.
Yeah. Yes. We study their medicinal properties. Yes.
Oh, to what end?
To know what they do.
Pardon me. I'm curious about new things in the city, and my traveling companions are equally curious. I wanted to get a sense of what we had around here.
No, it's no bother at all. Well, there's some that can cure you, some that can kill you, some that give you a very trippy afternoon.
Of course. Do you sell the things that you discover, or are you simply in the business of research?
I could sell them. Would you like to buy some?
I myself no, but I will let my companions know where to go, so that they might. I know a couple that might be interested in such things. If you could tell me the name of this place.
That is a delightful idea. You should do it.
What is the name of this place?
You hear a small groaning as they get down off the counter and move about, and Ellie's Alchemical.
Ellie's Alchemical.
Yes.
Am I to assume that you are the aforementioned Ellie, or?
No, you may call me Dwight.
Dwight. Hello, Dwight. You may call me Arat.
Pleasure to meet you, Arat.
I will be certain to let my companions know what I have found. Thank you.
Wonderful. And when will they be coming by?
That is entirely up to them. I imagine I don't know when I will run into them next.
Yes. Very well. Go ahead and roll insight for me.
That is 12 for 23.
23?
Mm-hmm.
The danger is gone, but his heartbeat is still incredibly elevated, Arat.
Yeah, no, as it's neither go. Is there anything else that I might be able to help with?
No. Well, I don't know. What do you do?
I am an oracle of sorts. I tell fortunes. I assist with people's concerns and issues from day to day. I've done some work with different groups in other cities, and I tend to gravitate to places where there seems to be worry or concern. I'm getting that sense.
I mean, everyone has their concerns. Can you tell me my fortune?
If you would like, I could.
Yes, please do. Tell me what the cards have in store for me.
Let me pull up the card meanings as I shuffle this about. I will use Bespeak to get an actual reading on this. It's a request for an omen regarding person, relationship, challenge, or idea. You will relay if I intuit it as a good omen or a bad omen, and any other details that you wish.
A bad omen.
All right. Well, the card I drew ties into that pretty well. So I draw a card I haven't felt before in my deck, because it's one of the new ones that came in. It's a tiefling or imp or devilish woman breathing out some sort of smoke. It's the Fiend card.
I love that card. It's so pretty.
It is. And just feeling over to say, you need to acknowledge the direness of your situation if you wish to free yourself from it.
Direness.
Yes. This is a card of darkness and the id. If you keep your priorities in check and refuse temptation that may stray you, then you will succeed, but only if you are truthful to the circumstance that you find yourself in and acknowledge the weight of it.
All right.
Do you find yourself in a dire situation, Dwight?
Well, you just told me I have, so I must be.
I consider these to be interpretive. Only you truly know what it means.
It must be something having to do with the boss, then. I'll have to see to it at once.
Would that be the aforementioned name on the sign, or somebody else?
Both.
Both. I'll just lean a bit down and in. Just go. Dwight, if something is wrong, I know that you've only just met me, but I hope I have shown that I am rather adept at helping with problems. Is there something that you are in need of, having difficulty with?
Yes, I found myself with a rather large burden to carry, but not the strength to carry it. What should I do?
What burden is this?
It's right here. And you hear the sound of something being hefted up. And a large sack is put into your hands.
You'll have to describe it for me, I'm afraid.
No, the instruments I'm supposed to dispose of.
Instruments?
We no longer need them.
What instruments are they? Are they scientific, musical?
Oh, scientific. There's no instruments in here that are musical.
Well, I suppose that's also a matter of interpretation. And forgive me, this does not seem to give the full weight of a situation. This seems more like a garbage duty, to be blunt.
Well, garbage duty can be a weighty duty, can it not?
Physically, yes, and I would put the bag down in front of me. Is there something surrounding this that is of concern to you?
At the moment, only that I'm still waiting to carry it out.
And what is preventing you from doing so? You were able to hand it to me just fine. Is there something
I'm still
else
here
blocking
talking to you.
A simple no would have sufficed, but should you find yourself in need, Dwight, please do know that I am rather interested.
I will make note of that. I think I'll see you again. Or maybe I won't.
Perhaps.
The city is large.
Large indeed. Take care of yourself, Dwight, and do remember your fortune.
You as well, Arat.
I will walk to the door and I will exit out, feeling very odd about this whole situation, but this is not something I can do anything about right now. And so I will continue onward.
All right, after meeting a weird little guy in a shop with some garbage, let's hop over to Sulong. Where'd you head off to, Sulong?
I imagine he had headed off to in the same direction that Arat has headed towards, previously. He's currently ruminating inside of a toy shop, just in each of a hand, a different plushie. There's a little chimera, a little displacer beast, a little beholder, and a little dragon, and he's just inspecting each of them, muttering to himself.
All right. As you do, an orcish woman comes up to you. Can I help you shop for something, or are you just going to squeeze all of the toys in my shop?
Oh, sorry. Putting everything away real quick. I'm looking for a toy to send back to my little brother. I just don't know what I want to get him.
How old?
About 12, 13.
What does he like to do?
Hands on hips. To be honest, he's a bit of a nerd. He likes to read a lot.
Have you considered the choose your own adventure story?
I haven't done one of those in a really long time.
This way. And she takes you over to a rack of children's books. And there are 2 sets of children's Choose Your Own Adventure story. There is one that is obviously for much younger children, and there's one for around kids roughly the age of your nephew. Nephew?
Brother.
Cousin? Brother.
Oh, man. Okay. Idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. Picks out 4 books and just puts them on top of each other.
It's a
You'll
good
get through
gift.
these in about a week.
You could buy the whole set and then have more to send later.
You
There's
can do
12
that.
in total.
How much would that be?
They're 5 gold apiece.
60. All right, yeah, that sounds about fair. And then you'll like flip through a book, looking at how many pages they are, kind of inspecting the quality. It's like it's a very trained eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go through them, and they're roughly about 150 pages each. They have some photos, some printed images in them, but not many. Just enough, like if there's something that needs like a lot of detail explained about it, they'll put an image of whatever like the creature is or something like that.
He will fish out 60 gold.
Okay. Have you also considered any stuffed animals? We do have snuggle beasts in stock. They're all the rage.
He might be getting a little bit old for stuffed animals.
All right, but we have the Tarrasque in stock.
Oh, you drive a very hard bargain. No, I gotta get gifts for the rest of the family. Can't spoil them
Alright.
too much. Thank you for your help. I didn't quite catch your name.
That's because I didn't give it.
Sulong.
Ulfgel is my name.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Come again.
Just walk out. Walks across the street to like a boutique to look for a scarf for his sister.
Yeah.
And that's just gonna be his day, just going from shop to shop, grabbing stuff for his family.
Yeah. We'll say in total you spend roughly another, let's say, 30 gold. And you get all of the items on your list for your family. The scarf is really pretty. It's a lovely silk scarf with a floral motif on it.
Okay. I was gonna say it's a light blue scarf with koi fish pattern on it, like
Sure.
little koi fish is swimming up it.
Yeah. But yeah, is there anything else you're looking for while you're in town?
There isn't anything too pressing. He'll head back to the Warden's Guild to package everything up and send like a, hey, this is a care package from me, blah, 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 blah.
Sure. As you head back towards the warden's office, roll me a perception check.
You got it, chef. That is a 19.
As you are a few blocks away from the warden's house, you hear a shout down one of the side streets.
Head turns.
It's down an alleyway. Do you go down to look?
I better check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Curiosity getting the better of him.
You head down the alleyway. You see a woman in a pink and navy blue dress. Her hair is pulled back up in a bun, and it's a bit frazzled. She is frantically swatting as a beehive has fallen right next to her as she was taking out the garbage, and the bees are currently swarming her.
Sulong places his packages down, and he will quickly move over to the woman, casting a produce flame in his hand. Could we say he modulates it a little bit to be more smoke than fire?
Sure.
Don't worry, I'm here to help. And he'll start like fanning the smoke towards the bees.
Okay. Oh, ow, ow. Oh, gosh. Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank
gonna
you
hurt
so
just
much.
for a couple of seconds.
Thanks.
They're just gonna keep stinging. Just wait.
Okay. Oh, ow. Oh, gosh. Oh, one's in my sleeve. Okay. Are they gone?
I think so. Just hang on for a couple more seconds, and he'll get the bad spirits off of her, essentially.
Yeah. And you do. No problem. And she, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was scared to run. I thought they were going to follow me, and if they followed me back into the house, then I was never going to get rid of them.
It's no problem, miss. Are you all right?
A little stung, but no worse for wear.
He'll lead her over to like some barrels and have her sit. From his waist pack, he pulls out a healer's kit and just fishes out some tweezers. Let me see your arm.
Okay, here.
Begins to gingerly pick out the stingers.
Thanks. I'm Nora, by the way.
Sulong.
It's nice to meet you.
Wish we could have met under better circumstances, I guess.
Yeah, me too. So, do you normally run around saving people from bees?
Not bees, but kinda sorta. I work with the wardens sometimes.
Oh, you're with the wardens?
Yeah.
That's nice.
You should probably find someone to collect these bees and rehouse them somewhere where they can do their thing instead of stinging you when you take out the trash.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll take a trip down to the botanical gardens and see if one of the druids there can come take care of them.
Once he's finished, stung anywhere else? Or would you like to leave that private?
I think I'm all right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, other than the bees, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. Hope to see you around sometime, not accosted by bees.
Sure. Yeah. I just live over that way. I run a bookstore.
Oh. Huh. I have a couple of things I wanted to pick up if you're open currently.
Oh, well, this was my lunch break, but I can be if you want.
I could come back in an hour, it's fine.
Oh, okay. It's only a 15-minute break, but
That sounds like that's against some labor laws.
I don't like to take long breaks. I get bored.
Well, let me grab my stuff and you can finish up your lunch and we can head into the bookstore.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll
All right.
stay here.
He jogs off, grabs his stuff, jogs back, just laden with items.
Yeah. And Nora will take you. She only lives about a block away. Her bookstore is a small one-story shop with an apartment above it. And she opens the door with her key, flips the sign back to open. Here it is.
Oh, you've got a lovely shop.
Thank you. Well, it's technically not mine. I own part of a franchise. Glimspark Emporium.
Oh. Do you work with Toby?
Do I? Oh, no. That's the other twin. Right? The one with the red hair?
Right. Ooh.
Ulrich. Ulrich is my
Ulrich.
boss, technically. Well, technically regional. I pay rent and I get to have a bookstore under their banner. Yeah.
Well, knowing some things about Toby, I think they're good people.
Oh, very much so. My family's actually run this shop for a very long time. We were about to go under when they offered to help.
Sulong takes a mental note. Respect for the Glimspark family jumps to like 80%.
Yeah. So what are you looking for?
Oh, I was wondering if you had some sort of book about. He looks very sheepish. Goblin to common, and how to,
Oh, did you want
talk.
to learn Goblin?
Yeah, I've been running into someone recently, and we haven't been able to communicate.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone personally who could help you practice, but there's plenty of goblins in the city. Maybe you can make a friend. But over here is our language section. Let's see. Aberration, Infernal. Here it is. And she reaches up and pulls down a small book. Beginner's Guide to Goblin. I
Awesome,
hope you're good with a
thanks.
lot of throat sounds.
RJ, no. I can definitely practice.
Okay. So this is the beginner's guide. It's going to get you all of the basics, ask for where the restroom is, say please don't, please don't shoot. Please direct me to the nearest cabbage cellar. I don't know why that's one of them in there. But it's in there.
Go
also,
for the kneecaps.
What?
That's the third thing in the book.
Yeah. My favorite is this trap armed? Yeah. Apparently that's a rather common one that people need.
She does get a very hearty laugh from Sulong. Oh, thank you. I'll take this to go then.
Oh, anything else you're looking for?
Do you mind if I peruse a little bit?
Oh, no, go ahead. If I can help you find anything, just let me know. I'll just be at the register.
He'll walk around the bookstore asking questions about books, making small talk with Nora.
Yeah. Is there any particular book you're looking for?
Honestly, the Common to Goblin was all I really had in mind. Sulong is mostly interested in high fantasy novels and adventure novels.
Okay. She does point out a couple interesting things. She also has a used section that doesn't necessarily see much shopping happen in it, but she has some fun things in there. Roll me a d6.
That went straight to the corner of my screen and stopped on 1.
Okay. She points to you towards an old fiction book titled The Monster's Time, a songbook of lullabies and children's songs. The book is torn and stained pretty badly, and some of the pages are missing. It's written in common speech and has richly decorated pages, but as she flips through it with you, she points out some idiosyncrasies in the songs, and you realize that these were written for children, but they should most definitely not be kids' songs.
It's like watching those 90s cartoons now that you're an adult and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So that's one of them she points out to you, and she'll point out another one to you. Go ahead and roll me that d6 again.
Okay. 5 this time.
Okay. You are shown it's a newly written biography entitled Final Aspirations of the Barbarian, A Dangerous Mind. The book is an account of someone's life written by someone else. It's about 500 pages long, and it chronicles the story of a barbarian adventurer.
He will hold on to these two, considering buying them. The body children's songs would really amuse Yuiza. and he's interested in the barbarian biography, the barbography.
I'll tell you what, if you're getting the other one, I'll throw in the 2 used copies for free. You helped me out a lot earlier. It's the least I can do.
Well, I am not someone who's going to turn down some goodwill. Thanks.
You're welcome. That'll be
Okay.
100 gold. I'm kidding. 3 gold.
You'll
Gets
put
them
the
every
3
time.
gold down on the table. I'm gonna be in town for a bit. Would you like to grab some coffee sometime?
Sure, I'd love to.
All right. I'll swing by with a date and time.
Sounds great. I'll be here every day during those hours.
All right.
And if I'm not, I'll be
I'll-
upstairs.
Oh. Is upstairs also a bookstore, or is that a
No,
living
that's
space?
where I live. That's my apartment.
Okay. Right. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Sulong leaves with like the ring of the bell.
Mm-hmm.
The bell rings again. I forgot my stuff. Sorry. Just
Bye.
bye.
All right, you're able to go and deposit your stuff back at the Warden's Guild Hall. Which brings us to, let's check in on Fisscourth.
My mouth is full of my own fur at the moment. I'm just making sure I need to be fluffed up. I've last minute studying of surface courting rituals, what a date involves. It involves asking about hobbies, a mutually shared hobby. Oh my goodness, there's just so much to it. I'm just going to have to wing it, I believe. That is how the way the science goes. We must go forward. But once Fiss feels that she's been fluffed up properly, she's changed out her robes, she'll start trotting down the stairs.
Yeah, as you go to leave your room, Fisscourth, you hear a soft keening coming from the common area.
Really does remind me of home. I'll respond with a greeting as well, in a keen, like a little
Thungal turns their head and gives you a smile and responds and chirps the greeting back at you. And you see that they're sitting there. They're doing a crossword puzzle.
Oh, what a fascinating bit of literature there. And I must say, it is good to hear home again, in some ways.
Oh, yes. Well, it's not necessarily literature. It's more about bettering your words through gaming, we should say.
Better.
Like this one.
Word gaming.
Yes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-letter word for a quick brightness.
A quick bright.
The second letter is an L. I already have the crossword done.
A quick brightness.
You guys have a group chat, you goobers. What was that?
A flash?
Oh, let's see here. Oh, yes, you're right. A flash does work. Perfect. Oh, you're very good at this.
Oh, it's only my first time. It was a lucky guess, truly. I must say, Fringle, it has been a delight knowing you, and you are more familiar with Surfs than I, and I'm learning quite a few things about our people and their differences. But I have a most pressing matter for you. Courtship. How does one go about it properly? I've been told I have jumped a few ropes, so to speak.
Oh, dear. Well, I suppose we should start with what ropes did you jump, dear?
Well, when you're bonded, you share blood of a fallen foe in your mouths together, and you're mated permanently. I believed I was with a party member, and I was quite pleased with him, but apparently there's a whole process before that.
Well, I think you're, I think your courting rituals are a bit different than what I would have gone through, but, normally people like to go out to get to know one another. Sometimes they do stay in, but it's normally about, being together alone and getting to know one another, asking questions and, opening your heart.
An interview, but more intimate.
Yes,
but
sort
practical.
of. If there's a shared activity that the two of you like, you could go do that. Or you could go see something that neither of you have seen before. Or something you want to show the other.
Do you have one of those, word puzzles? I think that might be a good bonding activity.
Let me see. I do have a... You know what? Here, just take my book of them. There's 4 more in there. You can have it.
Oh, this is a generous gift. Thank you very much, Fungal. I should hope that it will... Well, our bond has already increased to the fullest point, considering that we've been bonded, but I'm not sure. I won't lay all my troubles on you, but thank you kindly for the help.
Fisscourth,
Yes?
you keep mentioning being new to the service and, some rather odd practices. Are you all right?
I'm well, yes, but I am new to the surface. My colony lived in caves for, well, since the Blood Wars, really.
The Blood Wars?
Yes, didn't you spawn from a demon as well? That is how we came about, from fallen from the drops of our lord, and then... Well, you know the rest of the story, right?
Oh, well, yes, that is how the lore goes, but I was born from my mother and my father.
Curious. Well, I was born from my mother, but that was after she received a blessing and a piece of... I have a feeling I was very isolated. I thought all Ahulings and Fisscourth actually takes a seat because this is a lot. I thought all of us, lived in caves and waited for the day to reunite in one flesh, one bone. Was that not the goal for you and your mother?
Oh, no. The goal for my mother was just to see that I survived to adulthood. Which wasn't very hard, because I didn't leave the house often. I liked my books.
As did I. I actually hadn't seen the sun till a few months ago. And here I am walking about as if it's no grand deal. It's just... What happened as to how my colony became separated from the rest of the world? Because it doesn't feel right. At least it doesn't seem right.
Fisscourth, I'm not quite sure what your colony was about or where it is, but, if you need someone to talk to, another Ahuling, to help you figure it out, I am here, and I am a very good scholar. I will help you, should you wish.
Perhaps after this date and girls' night, I'm going on a very educational process, I assure you. We can have a conversation over tea, even. I make a delightful pot of tea, if I do say so myself.
All right. As I do prefer fruits myself, I will bring the fruit pie.
They're a fruit bat. Oh my god, Sara! Fruits are a little rich for my blood, but I could certainly try some. Oh, but I have a date to catch. Thank you for the words, and I hope we will have a conversation soon over fruit pie. Yes.
Fisscourth, just remember as you go.
Yes.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. Thank you, Bengal.
They will wave to you.
I'll gaily kerfuffle out the door. I've got a date and I'm deconstructing. This is wild.
Oh, bless this little bat.
Bless this
Yuiza.
little bat dude.
Where do you go
Hi.
next?
After she separated from the group, she'd gone to the market to get some fresh ingredients for some sandwiches.
Okay. What kind of sandwiches you making?
I actually picked a sandwich from a local cafe that I go to, which is really good. So she will be shopping around for some fresh crispy greens, a little bit of mozzarella, some prosciutto.
Okay.
So she'll stop by probably the butcher, a bit of a balsamic glaze, some red peppers that she'll later on roast, and a nice little focaccia bread.
Alrighty. I am officially hungry.
You're welcome. Maybe a garlic herb butter to go with that.
Why do you do this to me? You have absolutely no problem finding any of those ingredients in the city this large. It only takes you 1 or 2 stops at local markets to find them. And as you go about doing this, can you roll me a D100?
Sure. I'm gonna do that like this because I gotta move to see the little roller. 82.
82.
I don't like this pause.
All right. What don't you like?
Too much thinking.
No, this is actually perfect for you. As you are walking about, your arms laden with your groceries, you pass part of the festival where they are running kids' games. And you see that there is a simple tug of war going on amongst some children, as well as a arm wrestling contest that some teenagers are currently partaking in. And there is an open booth. Above it, the sign reads, lockpicking contest.
I like to think that the image is just her like walking with groceries, and she takes a step like off the shot, and then you just see her head kind of come back as she watches these games, and her eyes land on the lockpicking contest, and she's like looks around and just steps forward and towards the booth. Hello.
Ah, yes, hello. Are you interested in trying your hand at the lockpicking contest? Or should I say your foot? You're not allowed to use your hands.
I'm not allowed to use my hands? Wow. I don't know. I'm not very good at lockpicking to begin with.
Come on, give it a try. It's only 3 silver.
Fine. Will you hold my groceries?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Thank you. Don't take anything, please. It's for a date.
All right, here's your lockpick. No hands allowed.
My feet. Jesus. Okay. This is perfect for you.
Yes, Yuiza, you see a few other children around. They have it looks like a large stick wedged between their feet. Essentially, there is an oversized lock, and what you have to do is beat a dexterity DC, which gets you to hit the button within the lock. The kids aren't doing very well.
Okay. She's like, okay, so do I have like a set time or like...
You have until the sand runs out of that hourglass, young lady. And you look up and you see an hourglass that is slowly trickling sand down. From the size of it, you think that it's probably like 3 to 4 minutes. Much longer than it would take you to actually pick a lock. This is definitely geared towards benefiting kids.
Yeah. Okay. I will try my best then.
All right, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
14. Why is it 10? It landed on 10, but I have a +4.
Unfortunately, you are 1 away from meeting DC 15
Oh no!
for this check.
I'm not dexter with my toesies.
You try to pick this lock with your feet, and as you do, you lose your grip on it several times as you try to
My feet
maneuver
are
it in this
sweaty.
oversized lockpick. Yeah, your feet might be a little sweaty. Better luck next time, unless you want to go again.
Yes, I'm going again. I'm getting this.
All right. And here you go, little Timmy. Here's your prize. And you see that the prize for this is this small brass ball that has hinges within it, and it opens and it closes to get larger and then smaller. It's one of those kinetic toys.
Fisscourth would love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your dexterity check again.
Okay. 12 plus 4, that is 16.
Fantastic. The second time around, you get the hang of it after feeling for where the button was the first time, and you are the first to unlock. So you do win the expanding ball prize, and the gentleman hands you back your groceries and sets the ball on top for you. And here you go, little lady.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. Come again. Enjoy the rest of the Vale of Tines Festival.
Of course. This is so strange, she says as she walks away. Lockpicking with my feet. I'm going to have to tell Artelis about this. Would that be offensive? He doesn't really have feet, though. Anyway.
As you continue on, you see that there's kids' axe throwing contests and archery contests that they're putting on. They've even rigged up a simple log balancing contest with a log that's on almost like a spit, but low to the ground, and there's a bunch of cushions that children fall onto as they try to stay on it for 60 seconds.
She's gonna laugh a little bit as she sees a kid just face plant.
Yeah, there's a few kids that fall off giggling as you stand and watch.
Yeah. Oh, this is quite cute. She's going to just stand around for a little bit. She doesn't want to be too late for her date. But she is going to just watch how the kids having fun for a little bit, laugh at a few of them falling and not knowing how to use a bow and arrow, because it's funny because kids don't know how to do things sometimes. And then she's going to go back to the wardens. She's still thinking about how she hadn't thought about learning how to lockpick with her feet before, because what if she's like tied up but her feet are free? You know, she's gonna have to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm gonna have
Absolutely.
to do better. Yeah, okay. But yeah, she will make her way to the wardens and kind of take over the kitchen for like just a hot second. I mean, it's sandwiches, but she does want to roast some veggies and stuff. And she will make extras. She'll, for as much as I've known him, does Artelis eat like a lot? Like, you know, like workout bro that, you know, they have big appetite, or?
Roll me insight.
Oh no. It's gonna be bad.
Not necessarily.
With an 8?
You're not sure if his appetite is from being a workout bro or just because he's part horse.
That is true. He is part horse. She's like, I don't know, will 2 sandwiches be enough? She's gonna take like 4 sandwiches with her, 1 for her and the other 3 for him if he wants more than 1 or 2.
Okay.
She doesn't know, so she'd rather over prepare than under prepare.
Fair enough. And then I assume you head over to, or no, he's picking you up here, isn't he?
Yes, he is. So she makes these sandwiches and she wraps them in like nice like wax paper, cuts them in half, puts them all in like this little like basket that she got, with some napkins and a few of the candies that they got the day before. And I forgot, but I wanted her to get some nice like a nice little box for the perfume that she got him.
Okay.
Like a nice little gift box.
You can definitely do that. We'll just say that the perfumes came with boxes that fit them. Absolutely. Polly is running a fine establishment. Can you roll me a... Can you roll me 1d8?
A 6.
Fantastic. As you are sitting there waiting, you must have missed Fisscourth and Sulong. However, as you sit there and wait, 6 of your fellow wardens return from revelries at the fair. as the Orcish woman and Droji walk in first, followed by Joy, Nelslip, Fengal, and someone that you hadn't seen before. They have short, dark hair that frames their face and dark eye makeup on. A streak of red is in their bangs, and there are bright feathers coming out the side of their cap. And just as they all arrive, so does Artilles.
Okay. She's like watching people go by, seeing who's drunk and who isn't.
Everyone's a little drunk.
Yeah. Or who's the most drunk and the least drunk. She stops for a moment, looking at the new warden that she hadn't met, just kind of taking them in. I feel like Yuiza, despite like her nature, she tends to always do like a quick analyze of people
Mm-hmm.
as she sees them for the first time, but that's quickly interrupted as she sees Artilles. She just stands up with the little. She has she put on some nicer clothes, some skirts and stuff, and she has a little basket in her hand. She has her loot on her back. It's a smaller loot. And it's a smaller loot, very well loved. But I don't think she ever told Artilles that she herself plays the loot. So
No, he knocks on the door. He's waiting for you outside.
yeah.
And as you go out, he does remark on, "Oh, is that yours?
Yeah.
You play?"
I do. I mean, not like professionally, but
Well, I mean, like, you don't have to play professionally to like enjoy it or anything. Like, how are you good?
I'd like to think I am.
We should play something together.
Oh, but you're like, a bard.
Well, yeah, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody can like do art. I did a really cool sidewalk chalk drawing once of a circle.
Circles are really hard to make. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but like, not like. Okay.
It'll be something that you already know how to play, I promise.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Yes, we could play together. I mean, I did bring it because like, I realized I didn't tell you, and I thought you might, because we might go to the bard school. I mean, I'm not like obviously a bard, but like, I didn't know if like something would happen, and like, I don't know. I thought it was like it made sense to like bring it.
You thought something would happen because you didn't tell me that you can play the lute?
I don't know. I overthink things sometimes, okay? And I also brought food.
You're adorable.
Thank you.
And Yuiza, as he leans down to kiss you, from the other side of the front window of the wardens, you just hear a ooh, as all of the wardens who returned are drunkenly pressing their faces up to the glass, watching you and Artilles.
She's going to laugh at that and then just give him a real big smooch. I can't dip him. I can't dip him. He's half horse.
He'll give you he'll pick you up a little bit and give you a big hug, which sets them off obviously even more. But I think with that will be a good place to go ahead and start our break 10 minutes early, if that's cool with y'all. let's go ahead and jump back into it. All right. You've been shopping around a bit. You end up back at the Warden's Guild. I'm assuming that when you meet Fisscourth, you slide your stuff in the door so it's not in your hands anymore?
Everything but the flower crown, yes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Fisscourth Arat is waiting there for you at the Warden's Guild as you come out after your talk with Fengal. There's a lumpy package in his hand, wrapped in nice paper.
Okay, yes, this was like this in the book. We exchange gifts, and I compliment his waist or his hair. Hello, Arat. Here, I have for us a shared activity, but it will be revealed upon our dinner. How was your shopping?
It was very interesting, very good. I met a vendor that helped me pick this out for you. I hope that you like it. And I just hand the lumpy package over to her.
I'm gonna shred it with my little nubs immediately.
Fisscourth, you see an assortment of flowers in yellows and oranges and pinks and whites. They are arranged so that the flower crown could sit, should you still wish to wear your flower hat, around the brim of a wider hat. And the sunflower is sitting so that it would be positioned slightly off to the side and would be the focal point of the crown.
They suggested this so that you wouldn't have to worry about holding it.
Fisscourth is already trying to put it around her neck before you say that, and she's, oh, for my hat. But you're really very sweet. Thank you.
Of course, absolutely. If you wanted to try this approach, then I want to do this properly.
She just turns a brighter pink than she normally is. For the next courtship activity, I intend to feed you. I think we should stop by that bakery with the terrible labyrinth underneath it.
If they are open, yes. I do want to remind you I don't typically eat, but I am willing to try things.
For the two of you, you will remember that the bakery is no longer in existence. It fell into a void. However, there was a delightful cafe that you would have seen as you passed by the public library that has indoor-outdoor seating and a lovely garden around it.
Oh, right. It was destroyed. You know, I was thinking it would be built up rather quickly. It's only been less than a few hours. What about the cafe that our lovely tour guide showed us?
We absolutely can, yes. If you would like to get something, that would be wonderful. I was actually myself wondering if you wanted to go to the library. You seemed very keen on it when you were walking.
Big, sparkly, like anime eyes, full moment, just sparkling. Like, I was hoping you'd say that. I didn't want to ask because I figured it would be selfish, but I would very much enjoy a library courtship with you, Arat. Yes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I am certain they must have books that I am able to understand in some capacity, and it seems like a wonderful place. And plus, I believe that cafe you mentioned is near there, so there's still that as an option.
Yes. Shall we? And she offers her wing as one wooden arm, even though it's clearly not going to work very well, but she's trying.
Absolutely, and he'll find some way to take it.
As you walk up to the library, Fisscourth and Arat, it is a large, grandiose structure. Larger even than that Senate building that you passed. The brickwork Fisscourth is beautiful. There are flagstone steps leading up to the front door, flanked by a low stone fence. Not necessarily meant to keep anyone in or out, just more as a decoration. Leading through this fence, there are no gates, but there are large wooden arches that are bedecked in multicolored flowers and ribbons for the festival. As you approach off to the side, there is the patio to the small cafe. It's surrounded by roses and hydrangeas. There's a small goblin woman over on the grass. She's tending to a group of rats that are nestled about her. She's sitting there talking to them and feeding them little snackies. She's sitting on a large blue blanket. And Fisscourth, you see off to the side there are some cherry trees that are currently in bloom on the grounds as well.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have my love confession cherry blossom moment. Oh my gosh.
If you stay outside, yeah.
You are not kidding. This library is huge. But I'll take Arat by the hand and say, oh, it's describing all of the scene and that lovely mother with her children over on the blanket. I must admit, I'm very excited for what the inside holds. Can you just imagine the amount of literature? And if they do not have books that will suit you, I will engage in scholarly violence.
If they don't have books that I am able to interpret, perhaps you can tell me the things that you are reading.
Oh my gosh. Arat asking me to read to you. Wow, that's really intimate. Vince will just make a little weird breathy chuckling sound. It's bad laughter before holding the door open for Arat as we head into the library.
As you walk into a small reception area that is still beautifully decorated. There are flower arrangements on the desk, Fisscourth. The flooring is a beautiful marble inlaid mosaic. They apparently take great care and great joy in honoring knowledge, these surface dwellers. This is as beautiful as any temple you have ever seen. And standing behind a large L-shaped desk is an elven woman with dark skin and hair that is twisted back into a large afro bun. She wears large gold and red earrings and a ruby necklace about her neck. Her dress is a periwinkle blue with gold patterning on it. And she looks up from the book that she's reading and, oh, well, hello. Can I help you all?
Hello, yes, I'm Fisscourth, and this is Arat. We are engaging in a courtship ritual, and I was wondering if you had books that we could read that are available for the blind.
Oh, a library date. How delightful. Yes, we do. All of our books have been copied over into Braille. Do you have a library card, dear?
Oh, yes, and she'll fish through her freshly cleaned little fur bosom and pull out the library card that Tanner gave her.
Ah, you're from one of Tanner's tour groups. All right. Well, yes, you may pass right this way. Just we do ask that you please leave all of the books on the ground and return them as you found them when you were done with them here. Through this hallway here, to your right, there will be a quiet reading room should you wish to study in silence. There is no talking in that room, however. And then to your left, as you turn the corner, there will be the entrance to the Lady of Joy Cafe. Should you wish to have a bite to eat, we please ask that you do not take any food into the main library, which is just beyond that.
Are we able to take books into the cafe, or is it a no two-way street?
Technically no, but we allow a lot of people to do it. Just don't put any coffee rings on them, please.
That will not be a problem for me.
All right. All right, well, here you go, and enjoy your time at the library. That pass is good for 1 week, dear. If you want to get yourself a full library card, come back and see me anytime.
Of course, thank you kindly. Arat, where would you like to go first? This is the part of the courtship ritual where you also engage. That way, none of us feel resentment. I've read this in many texts.
As you are the one that can see these sections, I will follow your lead on this, and we will go from there.
Here, I'm going to ping it on the map. But is this the cafe?
Yes, the cafe is right next to you all. Is that where you want to go first?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll slide you guys over. As you head in, the cafe has, unlike the rest of the structure is primarily stonework and masonry. However, this portion was built within the walls of the cafe, built into an existing exterior door. It has wood and stucco walls, and the interior of it is painted brightly, Fisscourth, with long swirling strokes of paint, not in any particular pattern, almost as though someone just dipped their brush and let the mood take them as they would as they painted the walls. And all of the walls are covered in artifact like art pieces, beautifully framed pieces of artwork. There are some children's art pieces on the wall as well, some handprints that someone's drawn in little turkey heads on. Those are just stuck up with a thumbtack, though. And behind the counter, you see a small goblin with tattoos just as bright as the paint on the walls. His brown hair is pushed up, and he has a white streak in front and a blue and pink streak on either side that clashes horribly with his cut-off shorts and his bright, garish orange and red top, as you see the barista. He's currently reapplying his lipstick and checking to make sure that the heart that he's drawn on his face today is looking as good as it should. And as you walk in, he says, "Oh, hey, welcome to the Lady of Joy Cafe. What can I do for you all?" Scooby-Doo-bop-bop-bop-bop.
Oh my god, he just... What dialect are you speaking? It's quite curious.
Oh, I'm speaking common. What's up, little friend? You want something to drink or something to eat?
Oh, I would like both, preferably. Arat, if I were to order and get us a table, would you find it offensive if I asked you to pick out some books? I would like to see what you think would strike my interest, and perhaps after I eat, I could do the same for you. This is an exchanged interest in each other. I think that's an important part of the ritual.
I will certainly do my best.
The library seems very accessible. But yes, my doodling friend.
Would you
What
like
do
to see
have
the
on
menu?
tab? Oh, yes, please.
And Abby, if you would like to right-click on the bar in front of him, that should pull up the menu for you. For chat's benefit, I will read it. This is the Lady of Joy Cafe. For 5 silver, you can get one of their coffee drinks. They have the Dragon Slayer Espresso, the Mint Night, the Flower Whistle Latte, the Cappuccino Critter, and the Gelatinous Frap. Or, should you like something lighter, more refreshing, you could get a Kobold Cooler. Those come in strawberry, mango, banana, or peppermint. Yes, I did not misspeak. It is peppermint. And finally, should you wish to get something to eat, for 6 silver, you can get the Kobold Fruitcake, the Fudge Fireball, or a Blueberry Muffin.
You know, even though Arat cannot eat in the way that we can, it's still nice to nibble. That's how I am with non-blood things. I'm going to get us 2 of those kobold refreshers with whatever a peppermint is, because I've heard of a peppermint, but as they say, variety is the spice of life. And 2 blueberry muffins.
Oh, yeah, peppermint. That's not a very popular one, but all the kobolds love it. It's my
What is a
own
peppermint?
concoction. It's
Your
paper.
own?
Yeah, it's paper that I soak in mint. And then I write my hopes and dreams on it so that they can go out to all the little lovebirds of the land and all the people. And then they can take my dreams and my hopes and they can go out into the world. And they can enjoy all of my hopes and dreams as they spread the good word of the Lady of Joy. That'll be 2, right?
Yes. Let's put the coins on the table.
I'm feeding on this wild man.
And as he turns around, he kind of walks with his like pelvis forward a little bit all the time. Fisscourth. He has a very odd gait. Like he's almost like always trying to sit down. And as he's walking around, he's constantly bouncing.
This is a very curious dialogue. Maybe it's Goblin. I'm not sure. Can I roll history to see if I could figure out what this is?
Please roll history, yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, it has to be some strange manner of diet. And oh my god, I rolled an 18.
An 18. This is something that you first heard when you came to the surface, Fisscourth, when you approached one of the southern cities. This is what the surfacers refer to as jazz, or scatting.
Not to be confused with the other form of scatting. Language differences. Good Sir Goblin, as he's making our drinks. Oh, you are a scatter, yes? Where did you learn this skill?
Oh, I learned from the walks of life. And before that, little honey, I went to the bard school.
Why is he like kind of like risen me up though? Oh my god, this guy is ridiculous. From like I'm being seduced by him.
That's just jazz.
That is just jazz.
Oh, a bard school. My mate there. He has a vested interest in the bard school. Do you know any interesting stories? If it's not distracting from your very important work as a barista, of course.
Ah, what kind of stories you looking for, honey?
Does the name Anine ring a bell?
Oh, Anine. She was a bard on the rise, used to hang out with Orpha.
But what happened to her? Did she not rise?
Nobody knows. One day she was performing, and the next, gone, shooby-whopping off into nowhere.
I see. Quite the tragic tale. Does it haunt many of the students there?
Oh, huh? No. Some like to say that she haunts those halls and that theater that she never got her big break on, but I just like to think she was a free spirit like me, little honey. She just wanted to go out and see the world and experience all the things that life had to offer.
Okay, but that theater is interesting information, especially since Arat wanted to slip around there, so I'll keep that little nugget in mind, but I'll just... the jazz really surprised me. You were way too good at that. Yeah, I'll just nod and wait at the counter and let him keep skip-bat-ba-doo at me while he makes our drinks and food.
All right, little honey, here is your order. I have everything just right for you. Praise be to the mistress of revels and all the joy she bestows.
Praise be indeed. I will sit at a table, and I highly recommend your service to all of my companions.
Please do. Lenny's gotta make some coin, 'cause Lenny's got other mouths to feed.
Oh, you have children? Do they also engage in scat?
No, my wife and I, we have never been blessed with the children. However, we do like to send money back off to the commune which we hail from. And we also like to make sure that our cats live to the lavish lifestyle that they have grown accustomed to. So you get your food, and Lenny goes back to bebopping behind the counter, serving some other guests, cleaning some tables.
What a peculiar individual.
Yes, do you know, I didn't realize goblins lived in communes, nor... Well, he was a very interesting man, but he had some information. If it's all right, I understand this is a date, we're not supposed to talk business, but last night, that name you mentioned, he mentioned that her spirit seems to haunt the theater where she supposedly was going to get her last big break. I know it was important to you, and perhaps we could look into it, or even you and Zulong. Maybe you need the space. I don't want to be too imposing, coming on too strong during this first date.
DM, can you remind me which theater? I know that I knew about the Bard school that Anine wanted to go to, and the only theater I remember is in a different town. Is it that theater?
No. In this town, there is the Lightfoot Theater, which was constructed around the same time that the Bard School was constructed, so you definitely know about this.
Okay.
But it's one of the largest amphitheaters on the continent, and it holds about 1,000 people, I believe.
Okay, cool. I remembered a stage in Port Fail for it, but I didn't remember this one, so I wanted to make sure I was getting it right. All right.
Yeah.
To go.
You didn't remember it because I just wrote it 2 weeks
Aha.
ago.
No wonder. Okay, so then I guess that begs the question: Did Arat know that was an aspiration of hers at the time?
It was an aspiration of hers to be a well-loved performer.
Okay,
but that stage specifically is something that pretty much every bard dreams of playing on.
Okay, so process of elimination.
Yeah, it's like the
Right.
Madison Square Gardens of the continent.
Fair. Yeah, so taking that information, I go, I don't object either way. I may see if Sulong is interested in investigating the area with me while you and Yuiza are having your girls' night, just to give me something to do in the evening time. But if we do not find anything, then I would be happy to try again with you.
Oh, certainly. Oh, have you tried your drink? It's called he called it a papermint. It actually might be somewhat nourishing. He puts his hopes and dreams in there.
Papermint, not
Oh, yes, he
peppermint.
writes them down on paper. Yes, that's what I was asking.
So he writes his hopes and dreams on paper and sticks them in a beverage and gives them to people.
Apparently, he also soaks them in mint, which is why they're paper mints. But yes,
Flavored paper, got you. I'm happy to give it a try. And
Fisscourth will hold out her cup for a cheers.
I will miss, and then I will...
Arat, go ahead and roll me perception as you pick up your cup.
Okie dokie. That's not great. That's a 9.
Yeah, it takes you a while to realize, but what the papermint is, and Fisscourth, you realize this after a few minutes as well. Hidden within the whipped cream, there is a piece of rolled up parchment paper. It's quite thick, so it holds up to the thick, minty mocha drink that you both have in your cup. But as that light airiness of the whipped cream melts away, this paper's exposed, and you're able to unroll it, and it's a hope. Fisscourth, yours says, a hope for many beautiful sunrises with a friendly hand to hold. Oh. And Arat, as Fisscourth reads yours to you, it is for friendships that never end.
Lovely.
Very. I think Yuiza should take her gentleman friend here.
Speaking of Yuiza. Hey, Yuiza, where you at?
Smooching on my bard.
Yeah. Are you two heading directly to the college?
Yeah, she would say she like made little sandwich and like wax paper and cut it so like they could like eat it on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Artilles loves the sandwich. He's talking to you with his mouth full. No manners walking down the street as he eats this and points some
So
things
she
out to
does.
you.
Yeah, she's also talking with her mouth full. It's fine.
As you pass through town, he points out some fun architecture. There's a building not too far from the Warden's Guild Hall where on top of the sign they put a brick carved sparrow. No one knows why it's there. It just appeared one day.
Maybe it's like good luck or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Everyone likes to just kind of walk by and make a wish because it's the only bird you can look up at with your mouth open that won't.
Poop in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to make a wish on the sparrow then?
All right, I did mine.
Okay. I did mine too.
All right.
Okay.
What's yours?
I'm not going to tell you. If I tell you, it's not going to come through.
Fine. All right. And over there, that's where 17 cats were born last festival.
That's a lot of cats.
Yeah, it was 2 litters. There was suddenly just kittens everywhere. I was playing on that corner over there, and suddenly I had to stop playing. There was
Did you
just
grow
too
up
much
here?
meowing.
Or did you
No,
only
did
go
I?
to school to here?
No, I went to school here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Where are you from? I never asked you that.
I mean, no, you didn't. I'm originally from Watford.
I passed Watford.
I'm sorry. There's
Oh.
not much to do there.
I mean, but the people are nice.
Yeah.
That's not
yeah.
too far from like the coast.
No, it's not. It's like a day on foot from where I live to the coast. Well, maybe longer for you. You have less feet.
I
but
do
like,
have like only 2 feet and like short legs compared to you.
you went walking all day. Are you okay? Are you sure you want to walk this far?
I mean, I'm like tired, but like I like walking with you, so.
I got an idea. Hang on to your sandwich.
Okay.
Yuiza, and he leans down and with one arm, he picks you up and scoops you so you land on his back. All right. Hold on tight.
Wait.
What?
Okay. No, continue. I didn't know if this was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
This is the closest I can give to a piggyback ride, so.
It's fine. Just gonna hold on tight to him, Spider Monkey.
Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. And as you make your way, he points out a few more landmarks, a few more things. As you get closer to the Bard School, he points out a few architectural details of the building. Where's my sheet? This is a sprawling city, and the campus of the Bard School is like an oasis in the center of it. Though it was not born. Though it's changed much over time since its founding in 2700 AS, some of the remnants of the original structure do still remain and can be seen today. In its current state, the school consists of a large main building surrounded by several smaller buildings on the campus, each with its own dedicated focus. He points out to you that there's one where you can go to learn pottery. There's another where there's painting classes that are held. It's in a specific position that is very specific for the light that they want in the afternoon. The main building, as he walks up with you, is an imposing and grandiose structure. The walls of the building feature intricate patterns of bricks and tiles, topped by a copper roof. And the bricks of the easternmost tower are arranged in a spiral pattern. It almost looks as if they shouldn't be able to hold up a structure of that size. And the western tower, he points out, as you look up at it, at several layers you can see inlaid carvings of forest animals. The windows of the building feature tall, arching metalwork framed by colorful stained glass. What do you think?
This is beautiful. You know, I don't know why. I just thought that's like, you know, because you think bard and like you think music, obviously, but like I don't know why I didn't like realize that art in every form, like any bard, just music is art.
Yeah.
So like every other form of art could be like the way a bard expresses. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together. This is amazing.
I blame the marketing. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, like the folks here studying under the College of Creation can literally like make things with their hands, you know? Yeah, there's a whole lot of artistry here. That over there, see that statue?
Yeah.
And he points, and you see an orcish woman in a fine set of what almost appear to be traveling clothes, but just slightly more elevated, holding up a fiddle as though she's always stuck in an always stuck in a performance. That statue, that's Derfola Oakenshaper. That is the bard who founded the school.
That is really cool.
Yeah, she started with 5 students.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What college did you graduate from?
Let's see. What college did I make him? That's a good question.
It is. You're welcome.
He is... I have to go over to D&B Beyond for this. Hang on.
D&D Beyond. She's gonna stare at like everything. She's never been in a school this pretty. I mean, I could have just stopped. She's never been in a school. Period. Like that's.
Artilles is the College of Lore.
College of Lore. You know what? That makes sense because like of your music and like your ballads and like your songs that you write. That makes sense.
Yeah. My favorite professor is a College of Lore bard as well. He reminds me a lot of your friend Fisscourth. I think you'll like him.
Oh yeah. You know, I would like to take them here at some point, but like I want it to like come here with just you because like you know.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to get down now and walk yourself. You ready to go in?
Yes.
All right.
Also, there's like 2 more sandwiches if you want them.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know how much you would want.
And as you and Artilles tuck in for one more sandwich before you head into the building, let's switch over and check in on Sulong. Sulong, what you doing?
Sulong has finished his preparations of putting everything into a neat little box with a bunch of like packing material so it doesn't all shift around, and he's gone to the couriers and set up all the stuff like this has to go to Zara, blah blah blah, this is the address. Paid the fee and is now sitting on the stoop of like a random house in the plaza with a book open in front of him, and he's just mouthing goblin sounds.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
72.
Okay. As you are sounding out the goblin sounds, there is a short pink tiefling who comes running down the street. They're in blue robes and a red skirt. Their horns curl in a ram's horn pattern, quite small to their head. They're laden with books and trying to read a scroll as they run through the street, and they trip right in front of you. Ow.
Is it just immediate, or do I have some time to just grab them as they trip?
I'm going to say that because you're reading your book, you probably don't see it until you hear the sound of them falling.
Just looking up. Jeez. Snaps the book shut, puts it on the steps. Are you okay?
I will be, I think. Maybe. And as you look down, you see a tiefling woman surrounded by a mountain of books that have fallen out of her hands. Let me put her on the screen for you.
Sulong will offer a hand down to this tiefling woman to help them up.
Thanks. Oh, I hope I didn't scratch these.
You should probably sit down and reestablish yourself. I'll pick up your books.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry.
Hey, don't worry about it. Sometimes we fall and we gotta rely on others to get back up, but you know what? That's life.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I was just in a rush. I was reading my book for too long and I didn't want to stop reading on the way to work, and that was a really bad idea.
Well, I've gotten really into some adventure novels and weren't able to put them down. I missed a couple of classes like that, actually.
Yeah, I missed my whole work shift last Thursday.
Ooh, what'd you get into? he's picking up the books as he's talking.
Oh, it's this actually. I was going to return it today. And she pulls out a tome from this stack that is about 4 inches thick and just absolutely massive, and hands it to you. It's a tome chronicling the destruction of Ascanarath and the historical implications that resulted from that. There's a little bit about the war too.
Okay. None of these words mean anything to Sulong.
I know, it's not very interesting. I like history.
No, I don't know about it, so
yeah.
no.
What are you reading?
Common to Goblin for Dummies.
Oh, you're learning Goblin?
Yeah, I've been bumping into someone on the road and they only speak Goblin, and, well, you know what they say about twice being a coincidence.
Oh.
However that saying goes.
Well, that's really admirable. A lot of people don't want to learn Goblin. And then she switches to saying, but I think it's a pretty language in Goblin.
Blink, blink. You know Goblin?
She says, yes, I know Goblin and Goblin.
I know we just met, but my Goblin isn't really great, and I don't know when the next time I'll see this person. Can I practice with you?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm on my way to work, but if you want to walk and talk and maybe carry my books for me.
He has one stack of books in one arm, another stack in the other. Done deal.
Awesome. Yeah, this way. And she begins conversing with you in Goblin. Go ahead and roll me a, let's say a D4.
It's a 1.
You can confidently say at least one phrase in Goblin.
He picks up, "Hello, my name is Sulong."
Yeah. You say it beautifully by the time. It's really hard to get that back of the throat yucking sound sometimes.
Is that what the umlaut means, or I just...
Oh, no,
Did someone
that's...
smudge?
No, that's when they put those two symbols there together. At first, I thought it was just a snake drawing. It's a really interesting language. It's half pictures, half actual common letters, and 1/3 just, I think each one makes it up on their own.
Like a sort of cobbled together, almost pigeon-style language, or is it like...
I think so. Might be regional.
Huh.
I don't know.
I should find out what region they're from. Okay. Oh, where do you work, by the way? We've been walking for a while.
Oh, I'm a member of the Scribes Guild. And she points up to the library.
Oh. Huh. I wonder if maybe some of my friends are in. I'll take these up in with you.
Okay, I'm going to be working the front desk today, so as long as I greet people, I can continue to help you with your Goblin.
Cool. All right. That'd be great.
By the way, my name's Gladness.
Gladness.
Mm-hmm.
He will help Gladness out and bring the books in.
Yeah. As you walk in, you are also greeted by the current greeter, the elven woman. Oh, Gladness, you're finally here. I was supposed to leave an hour ago. Sorry.
Sorry, I kept them held up. It was a bit of a mistake on my part. I didn't know they were working today.
Well, now I can get on with my day. Get on to shopping. Nothing interesting to report. Don't let anyone steal a book. Bye, you're not my problem anymore. And the elven woman waves to you and Gladness as she goes to collect her things and leave.
Where do you want these?
Oh, you can put them in the return stack over there. Someone will come collect them shortly. And there's like a wooden cart on wheels that has a stack of books waiting to be shelved.
It is the neurospicy urge to organize these books by title.
I mean, you can. It's just there.
Yeah.
But she will put her personal items away and take her position behind the desk. And as she greets people, she will help you learn Goblin. From there, let's check back in on our lovebirds, Arat and Fisscourth.
I believe Fisscourth wanted to do some sort of a book exchange of picking out books.
Okay. So you two are heading to the stacks next then.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let me drag you two over there.
Yippee!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at that. Wee, right through walls. You walk into the stacks. And Fisscourth, Tanner was downplaying the size of this collection. You walk into rows and rows of books. Shelves stacked on top of shelves. Colorful tomes. Some aging leather. It smells exactly like that perfume that you picked up from Polly's in here. Some of the higher shelves, you need a ladder that goes up maybe 12 feet to reach the top one. Everything is neatly placed and cataloged. There is a number system on the side of some of the rows. They appear to be using something involving numbers and some sort of period. I don't know, common's weird. They do weird things on the surface. But as you walk in, there is a large oak desk, and behind it you see a furbolg. They're a pale blue with sandy brown hair and tufts of brown fur coming out of their ears. Their tail swishes as they shuffle back and forth, sorting through the things that are on the receiving desk.
Well, they're so cute. I'm gonna go up to the desk and just like tippy-tappy with my talons and say, "Hello, librarian. I understand you're supposed to be quiet here. I'm new to libraries. What is in this room?"
Oh, hi. Welcome to the library. Well, we've got a little bit of everything. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
This things for a moment. What would interest Arat the most? I was wondering if you had anything on, what's the term? Divination in Braille? My mate over there, he's, my companion, he cannot see. I was hoping you had something more tactile.
Yes, I can get any copy of our books, for you. We don't have all of them out on the shelves here. We have some of them upstairs, just to make sure that we know where they are. Is there a specific volume you're looking for?
Oh, good. My volume is quite fine. I'm being quiet. It is a library.
I meant, a volume, like a text, a volume of a work.
Oh, I see.
Is there a series that he's been reading that you are looking for?
Not really.
Okay.
Could you perhaps give your best recommendation?
Well, there's one on interpretive prophecy. You can find that, you said you've never been to a library before? Okay.
Yes.
So here's how everything is going to be cataloged. And he teaches you the Dewey Decimal System, Fisscourth. So you can...
Another language.
Another language. The language of libraries. And points you towards a tome for you to check out first. He doesn't think that the Braille text is going to be on the shelf with it. But if it's not on the shelf, he will go and retrieve it for you from the storage area. But he gives you several different texts that he recommends, should you wish to go check them out. And is there anything else that I can direct you towards?
No, that'll be quite good. I'll take this one on interpretive prophecies. You see, I'm engaging in a courtship ritual, and we're exchanging books that we believe would be of another's interest as part of a bonding activity.
Oh, okay. He picks it up and checks the spine and writes a couple numbers down on a notepad. I'll be right back, and I'll get you what you need, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Arat, what are you doing?
I'll cut to the chase. Are there other librarians on this floor, or am I going to be bugging the same guy for information when Fisscourth's done?
Yes, there are other librarians on the floor as well.
Okay, then I'm going to do what I
currently.
thought I was going to do, which is just wander about, like, until somebody comes near.
Yeah. You do that, and eventually someone does come in off of break, and you hear a woman walk up to you. Hello, is there anything that I can help you with? You seem a little lost.
Well, I haven't been in this library before, and I can't quite tell where anything is.
I'd be happy to assist you. My name's Kyra. What are you looking for?
Hello, Kyra. I am with, and I gesture back towards, like, the sound of Fisscourth's voice. I am with her over there, and we are picking out books for one another that we think the other might like. I was wondering if I could ask you about your, about some of the books that people have checked out the most here, and if you still have them.
Checked out the most.
On particular
well,
topics.
Oh, yes, that would definitely narrow it down. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for 3 books, or 3 subjects at least.
Okay.
Something comprehensive about perhaps deities of the world.
Okay.
Something more encyclopedic, perhaps.
All right.
Again, whichever one may be your most popular.
All right. There are a few that I can think of. What else are you looking for?
Something biological, perhaps, about animals or plants of the surface. She is a subterranean, and she is still encountering many things up here. I think something educational would fascinate her.
All right. I think I know exactly what to get you. What else?
And then, just for a change of pace, I think that one of our friends would actually get quite a kick out of her reading this. Your most popular romance novel.
That will be very easy. All right. Right this way. And Kyra will take you around the stacks and pick up a few tomes for you. You get a encyclopedic book on deities. There's not more than maybe a page dedicated to each one. It's like a primer of just catalogs of the different deities and the different pantheons as the world caters to many religions.
Exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah. For the plant life and animal life, she actually suggests looking through something that they have on hand that a lot of students like to use when they're in school. It's a set of cards. On one side is a beautiful illustration depicting either the plant or the animal, and on the back there are a series of facts that you can learn about it. And for the last one, she pulls out a book that is in a fine leather cover. It's red leather with gold lettering. And it is a love story about a knight and his long lost love and the quest that he goes on to find her.
These sound absolutely lovely. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Is there anything else that I can assist you with?
Nothing that I am immediately aware of. What is required to obtain membership to this library. The receptionist downstairs mentioned that the pass we have is only for the week.
Oh, yes, we just need residency that you live within the city. That's it.
I see. Does the place that we are currently housed at count towards that?
Maybe. Where are you currently housed?
But in the Warden's Guild.
Oh, are you wardens?
Yes, we are.
Oh, then you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is show your warden's badge to get in here. We work with the wardens all the time.
I see. Well, she will be thrilled to know this. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right. Well, if you need anything, I will be over at the circulation desk. Just give me a shout. Well, not a shout, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Thank you very much, Kyra.
It was very pleasant to talk to you. And she excuses herself. Can you make me a perception check?
You know it.
Actually, both of you go ahead since you are in this room.
Vibe check.
24.
24, okay. Fisscourth?
That was almost a nat 1, but that's a dirty, stinky 20.
A dirty, stinky 20. Arat, as you are perusing the shelves, you're at the opposite end of the room from Fisscourth. And all of a sudden, you hear a booming laugh and a they should put books on boulders in here. This is all boring stuff. As you hear the loud laugh of one Rocky Solid. Fisscourth. As you are waiting at the counter for the librarian to bring you back your book, you notice two gentlemen in fine clothes having a conversation. And as they do, there's suddenly a smell of brimstone in the air as a small portal opens next to them. And what steps through is a person. Their skin is pitch black from head to toe. Their nearly white, blonde hair, cut short. They wear a red suit with a baby blue tie and a matching red cap. As the same collector that you saw come to collect Morthron and Isla steps through and speaks to one of the gentlemen before taking a small parcel and stepping back through the portal.
This is a PG-13 stream. I have so many horrible things to say about this. I'm about to turn this library into a WWE ring. Get the squared circle. Get in here. But Fisscourth is just going to watch. Her eyes are going to widen, maybe just a little tremble form in her body. I'm going to have to tell Arat. I'm going to have to tell everyone. Oh my god, I didn't know that demonic lords were in the city.
Is that what he is? But the two gentlemen go back to their conversation as if it's just any other day. The librarian comes back and hands you your tome, and here you go. I think that this is what you will need. If there's anything else I can assist you with, just come back and let me know.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Sorry, my mind was another place. Thank you greatly for your assistance. I must go find my companion.
All right. And as you go off to find Arat...
As I'm gonna... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You go, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You.
No, go ahead, because I'm going to switch over to Yuiza. Go ahead and get what you want out.
As I'm going to go and find Arat, I'm specifically going to go out of my way to walk by these gentlemen just to see if I can hear any little, stitch of their conversations. I'm walking by with my little books.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me perception.
Fingers crossed, dice. You were so nice to me last time, please. 12.
Okay. You overhear them talking about a shipment of some sort. One of them mentions that he'll check with the docks and let the other know a little bit later.
Purely because they're involved with collector. I'm going to make note of that.
Okay.
But I've got a date to attend.
You do.
I can wait.
And speaking of dates, there's another date that's going on that we should check in on. Yuiza, as Artilles walks you into the Bard School, the floors are pristinely polished. There are beautiful paintings and sculptures in every corner, on every wall, each with a plaque of a student, and some notate that the student has since graduated, but their artwork still stands here. As you walk by one of the lecture halls, you hear the sound of a sweet voice coming through, accompanied by someone playing a light rhythm on the drums. And Artilles carefully opens the door and ushers you in. He takes your hand and he helps you up onto the wooden stadium type seating. And he stands next to you off to the side. There are students sitting in a corral in the center. To get a closer view, a lot of them are taking furious notes and looking over sheet music in front of them. They appear to be following along. There are students lounging on the same amphitheater-style seats as you in the back, sitting together, some making quiet comments to one another. As you watch the two singing up front, a centaur, smaller than Artilles. She is speckled brown and tan. Her tan skin nicely complements the hair that has a bright pink streak in one side as she sings. The end of her tail has been painted pink as well, and her hooves are a glossy purple. The person beside her is a dwarven gentleman with a blonde and red beard. He's decked out despite the heat in furs and leathers as he plays next to her, careful to keep pace to not impede her performance. And as they finish, everyone listens. And there's a moment of silence before everyone politely claps, and from the back of the room, there is a soft fluttering as the professor in charge flies down. And you see flying down from further up behind the stadium seating, someone who had been perched on one of the ledges, someplace a bit more comfortable for them, as a bat about the size of Fisscourth flutters down, their wings outstretched, down to the front. He's wearing a skirt of blue, trimmed in furs with a leather belt. He has a purple scarf with a distinctive stripe down the front around his neck, and he has a purple and blue beret atop his head. And he comes down and, all right, students, what do we have to say about this performance? Now, Daisy, you did excellent. I am very proud of you. You've come a long way. So, technically speaking, there were some things that did not go as planned. However, music is not about the technicality all the time. Sometimes it is about what we feel in the moment. And Daisy, I was there with you as you sang the tragic love song. It was delightful, dear, delightful. You were a little flat and halfway through, but you know what, we'll work on it. All right, who's next? Artilles. Oh, students, everyone gather close. We have a graduate of my class, and he flaps a wing off towards Artilles. Artilles, come in. Yes. Artilles. And the bard flaps himself over, kind of doing a waddle.
I'm so
hop
nervous
over
right
to you
now.
all.
Like I'm in an
yes,
actual classroom.
Oh, I see you brought another bard with you. Oh, are you two going to play for us? Professor Thald, this is Yuiza. She had
Hi.
never been to a bard school, and I thought I'd bring her with me today, if that's okay. Oh, Thald, yeah, oh, yes. He flaps his wings excitedly. Yes. But you must play for us. You must play for the students. They must hear. They must hear what one of my best students, you have so much to teach them. Please, come. And the tiny bat ushers Artilles. It's quite a funny thing. He almost flutters up and around Artilles' shoulders to usher him forward.
I love it. Like he's on like a monster energy.
And the other teacher who was accompanying the student goes back to sit down as Thald and Artilles go to take the stage. You and the other centaur comes back to kind of take a spot in the room over near you, Yuiza. And as she does, Yuiza, can you roll me perception?
Oh no. I'm gonna roll my physical dice. Oh no. That was not bad. I'm scared what I'm gonna see. That was a 13. I don't know why it took me so long because I have a +0. Don't judge me.
As she comes by, I just need you to roll above a 10.
Oh god.
She is very obvious as she walks by. As she and Artilles cross paths, you see her turn as pink as the streak of pink in her hair, and you hear a soft hi Artilles as she giggles and walks past him, twirling the end of her ponytail to come and take her spot and watch him play.
I love it.
But as he does, all of the other students in the room, Yuiza, you don't have to roll for this. They seem to be quite excited that Artilles is here. This appears to be
my boyfriend's famous.
This appears to be a big treat. And as he comes into play, briefly Thald leaves the room for just the briefest of moments to stick his head outside the opposite door. And when he does, you see coming in from the other side, you see Reslin, the Dragonborn, stick his head in and come stand in the doorway to listen. And Thald goes back to the stage. All right, students, you're in for a real treat. Artilles is one of the best bards around. You will never hear one grander than him play the lute or tell a tale. Now, I want everyone to give their utmost attentions. I want to see quills out. I want you taking notes. We will discuss his performance tomorrow. All right, Artilles, the stage is yours. Go ahead. And the bard flutters back a ways and comes to stand over by you, Yuiza. He stands on the bench next to you. Still not much taller than you are when you sit. But Artilles does begin to play. He sings a well-known epic, but the spin he puts on it is to change the tempo. It actually takes what is a rather sad and tragic tale and turns it a bit on its head. The change in tempo makes it a bit more ironic. There's a bit of fun that is poked at the protagonist as they go through all of the trials of their story. And as he ends, all of the students stand clapping excitedly. And he comes back over towards you to talk to you and Thald. And as he does, there is the sound of the door opening across the room again. As another bard walks in.
What am I getting myself into?
You see walking through a bard carrying a saxophone. He is impeccably dressed with an open front jacket, no shirt on underneath, as the Tabaxi bard, known throughout the land as Swiftclaw, enters the room. He gives a shake of his hair, almost like a lion's mane, and looks at all of the students as they clap and applaud at the end of Artilles, saying, "Oh, for me, oh, you shouldn't have. Professor Thald, hello. Professor Reslin, hi, how are you? I just got into town. How is everyone?" And he strolls over to you and Artilles. The other students are slack-jawed. They cannot believe that this bard is here. And I will show him to you all. He says, "Hey, Artilles, you still playing those dive bars?" And Artilles looks at me, yeah, I'm playing over at the Cozy Rosie. I did it last year for the festival, too. Swiftclaw looks him up and down. That's cute. I've got an audience with the queen. I'm gonna serenade her before she starts seeing those folks that come to talk to her about their petty little problems. Hello, who are you? And he puts out his hand to take yours, Yuiza. You, my dear, are an absolutely ravishing sight.
I know Artilles tells me a lot. She'll put her hand out.
Tell me, are you a bard at this fine establishment too?
I am not, actually. But Artilles here thought I should get to know his alma mater.
Oh. Well, isn't that just adorable? Well, if you ever want to see some of the big stages, flips his hair back, just give me a call, sweetie.
I probably won't, but thank you.
Thald, it was good to see you. And he strolls back across the room to speak to Reslin and the other professor that is there.
She just gives a look to Artilles like, what the
Yeah, that's Swiftclaw. That you know the roommate Tanner mentioned. Yeah. Anyways, he's probably like the biggest name out of our graduating class. So I don't know. He's done really good for himself. He's super talented.
You know, I've heard about a sore loser before, but not necessarily about the sore winner.
What? What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Right. And Thald flutters next to you and just, oh, yes, Artilles, I would like to bring some of the students by later. Are you going to be playing at the Cozy Rosie tonight? I wasn't going to. I was going to use... oh, please, you must. The students must hear you out in the world, out where it's lively, out where it's exciting.
Like your professor said, the students must, Artilles.
I was gonna take you somewhere really nice for dinner.
Looks to the teacher.
The bat is just fluttering there excitedly,
Well,
looking at you.
how about we go tomorrow? As I had already promised my friend a girls' night out.
Okay,
We'll stop by, though.
promise?
She'll put out her pinky.
Put out his pinky.
Yeah. She'll pinky promise him. Promise.
As you two pinky promise, Thald next to you starts chittering, just like Fisscourth does when there is something that she is very excited about. And students, whoever is free tonight, if you are done with your studies and you have nothing important to do, you must come to the Cozy Rosie to hear Achilles play. Yes, you must. We are all going to go. Drinks will be on me. And Professor Reslin, right? Yes. And you see Reslin lean around Swiftclaw with a confused look and just nod yes to whatever Thald is saying to him.
His sets have been nothing but wonderful. I assure you you'll have the best night ever.
Oh yes, I have no doubt about it. He is one of the most talented students that ever graced these halls. And you hear on the other side of Thald, Daisy say, yeah, they still have your photo up in our library.
Your photo's up in their library? You did not tell me that, Achilles.
Yeah, it's over by the history section. Yeah, it's really pretty. Someone painted it.
Look at the source material.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just nods at her.
She kind of crosses one of her hooves over in front of the other and leans to the side a little bit as she twirls her hair.
I think you have a fan.
Oh, a what?
A fan.
I mean, people like my stuff all the time. What?
You're very cute.
No, that's my line. You're the cute one.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can both be cute. It's fine.
Okay. Do you want to see any more of the campus?
I would love to, actually.
All right. Thanks for letting me stop by, Professor. Oh, yes. We will see you shortly. Yes. Oh, you must go look at the East Garden and see what they did to my office. It's absolutely delightful.
This little bat.
And Artilles laughs and nods and takes you by the hand and walks you through the halls. There are some other classes still going on this late in the evening. You see a painting class that is currently happening. They're painting a still life. Someone has set up a display of flowers, and they are all painting their interpretation of the scene. You see some people that are very literal in their interpretation, as you can see over some of the shoulders of the students. You see some that are just painting with little pinpoints of paint, and the dots form a cohesive image when you look at them. And then you see a few that they're just painting large abstract shapes. It doesn't appear that specifically copying what's in front of them is what's important in this class. They're expressing what they see with their artistic abilities. You pass by another building outside of this one. Artilles takes you to see some of the people that are throwing pottery on pottery wheels. They're making mugs. And you pass through to the side of the building where Thald said that his office was. And Artilles points it out to you. High up in one of the trees on the campus, there is a 3-sided platform. Within it, there is a desk. There is a chair. There are some shelving units in there. You can see various knickknacks, a few stacks of papers that are weighted down with rocks. But what is most interesting is below that little tree office, as it appears that some of the students have meticulously recreated the office out of sculpted brick. And as you look underneath the tree, there is the chair, the shelves. There are even thin slabs of paper to indicate the stacks of, or thin slabs of stone to indicate the stacks of paper that are up on the desk.
I love it.
And I think that is the image that we will leave off on tonight, as we are almost at time.
I want to go on this date for 3 more hours. Please.
Thank you to all our patrons and Twitch subscribers for your continued support. This show is made possible by listeners like you. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Sue Long was played by RJ. And your GM this evening was Sara Roberts. Luck and Chaos is recorded live on Thursday nights. If you'd like to join us for a live recording, check out hypegoblin.com/events for the full live schedule. Links to cast social media, third-party supplements used in the game, affiliate links, and the show's Patreon are available in the episode description. A Twist of Fate, Luck and Chaos theme by Sneakernet is available now on Bandcamp. Don't forget to like and review this episode on your platform of choice, and we'll see you all in the next one.